Good morning, I'm Jeffrey H. Haskell, and today we're doing another episode of Writestream. Now, funny story, you're going to see that the episode of Writestream says episode 12, and you're going to go look on YouTube, and there's no going to be episode 11. It's because I haven't uploaded episode 11 yet. I'm also at home in my makeshift office where my kids' TVs are. So as soon as my 5-year-old gets up, that will be the end of the writing day for me. But I am trying a different camera today to see if that helps with my quality of the video. Alright, so we're going to get started here on our Writestream, and I made a tiny mistake yesterday in that I ended a scene on, I ended writing on the end of a scene, so I've kind of got a blank canvas this morning, so I'm just going to be looking at that for a few minutes while I figure out what the heck I need to do. I generally have a policy of ending writing on in the middle of a scene or right before the end of a scene, so that I'm excited to know what I'm writing the next morning and I know what I'm doing. And yeah. Also, don't forget February 2nd. We'll be having our crash and burn. I just started the timer, so you should see it now. The February 2nd is the my 24-hour write-a-thon. Watch me crash and burn. 6:30 a.m. Pacific time to 24 hours later, where I will write a book with 5 in 24 hours. Please follow me, like, and subscribe, and of course share. The more people you share it with, the better, and we'll have a good old time in that 24 hours, and you can watch me write deliriously. I do think it's going to go out really well, and I'm pretty excited about it. I've got some great plans for how I want it to work, and I think it's going to be pretty fantastic. Let's see here. All right. Now I do notice that I'm having a little bit of an interference problem here on my thing. So let me just fix this real quick. Just make my ticker a little bit bigger. Ta-da! Or as O would say, my daughter's favorite movie, Home. Fa-da! Alright. So we're going to get started here. Let's see, is there anything else I need to think of? No, I don't think so. No music today because I'm at home, so I can write and I can talk to you guys while I write. And that'll be a lot of fun. If there's anything else, if you have any questions, or please shoot me an email. If you want to talk to me on Facebook, feel free to hop on Facebook and look me up and chat with me all you want. I've got a Facebook group and Facebook groups Jeffrey H. Haskell, or you can look me up my personal account, Jeff J. H. Haskell. I'm happy to talk to anybody there. I used to try to keep my personal account and my business account separate, but it became impossible as people found me on their own. So, and if you're wondering why you can't read these books yet, it's because they're not out. So this is book 2 in Grimm's War. It's called With Grim Resolve. Book 1 is called Against All Odds, and you see in the ticker that it's mostly complete. Final draft stage. And then I got to write book 3, which is book 3 is my brain just fried. It's early. Book 3 is One Decisive Victory. I haven't started that yet. So between book 2 and book 3, I'm going to write Wraith 5. Then I'm going to write book 3. Do another 24-hour write thing for Wraith 6. And then I've got a super secret project I'm working on that I'm really excited to tell everybody about, but I can't say anything until August, probably. Contractually, that's not me being dramatic. It's a contracted work, and I'm super excited for it. Okay, and we'll be doing a Writestream for that as well. All right, let's get started. Boom, boom. It's not necessarily important, but I can't remember how many worlds there are in the Alliance, so I need to look that up real quick. I hope I have it written down. I think it's 22. I don't have it written down. I have a Word document that I write, add to whenever I put new information in, and I guess I didn't write that down. I wrote down all the worlds I've named, but not, shoot. Alright, I'm pretty sure I say, the opening chapters up against all odds, so one sec. See, my biggest problem here with this sort of world building is that when I'm writing Wraith or Arsenal, they're 50, 60,000 word books. I can keep them in my head fairly easily. No problem. But these are not 50, 60,000 word books. They're 100,000, 120,000 word books. And the stories are complex with multiple POVs and lots of world building. Not to mention all the military stuff and all the science. It's just impossible to keep it all in my head. So I'm reading, you can't see what I'm reading because I'm reading against all odds real quick. I'm skimming, trying to find where I mentioned the number of planets. $18, yep. So 22 with protectorates now. I hope it's not too boring watching me like read notes and whatnot. When I do my live stream, my 24-hour live stream, I'm gonna talk a whole lot more, but also have music playing pretty much the whole time I'm I'm working. I can't imagine 24 hours of writing without music. But since it's YouTube, I have to use royalty-free music, and that can be a problem. My squeaky chair. Why can't I spell this word? I thought I did. Oh, purr, not purr. Okay, I looked something up real quick. Some of you may have known, a lot of what I'm doing here is based off of real life events. Sometimes loosely, sometimes beat for beat. And a lot of my inspiration, of course, comes from wars the U.S. has fought, and everybody's fought over the years, but specifically naval wars. And naval wars have only been a thing really for the last couple hundred years. Okay, that's not entirely true, but the kind of naval wars I'm talking about have only been a thing for the last 300 years or so. Yes, the Romans had naval wars, but they're wildly different than what we would consider a naval skirmish. It involved a lot of maneuvering and crashing into the enemy ships. I had a perfect slogan and I forgot what it was. There it was, yeah. Hey Z, yeah, I'm sprinting. I mean, sort of. The whole stream is a sprint. The the I don't do the time sprints so much anymore. Um, as I do, as I sit down and I write for an hour, pretty much solid. Take a 15-minute break, write for another hour, et cetera, et cetera. I used to do 20-minute sprints, and then I got bumped up to 30-minute sprints, and now I'm at hour-long sprints. Mostly because I forget at the end of 30 minutes that I'm supposed to stop. So I'm glad you're writing with me this morning. Can't wait to uh, have you tell me what you're working on. I'd love that. Please let me know in the comments. Yep. Yeah, same here. You just get to the point where um, you just don't stop. You just keep writing. Oh, contemporary romance. That's awesome. I've got a friend across the street. Actually, it's kind of a funny coincidence. But I live in Caldwell, Idaho, and this couple moved in across the street, and I started talking to him. And his wife writes contemporary romance, and she's actually pretty successful. So I thought that was kind of a funny dink. Yeah, I'm always running late on my editors. I'm never. I always tell my editor, "Yeah, I'll have two on Monday," and then Friday rolls around, and he's like, "Where's the book?" I used to have a thing. Let's see if I can't find it real quick, where I could put the chat on my on my screen here. Hey, if you ever want to interview me, I love doing interviews. You can go to YouTube and oh, you probably only interview romance authors, huh? There's romance in my books. But no, they're not romance books. I'm looking for this chat box. Here we go. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, her name is Wendy. I forget her last name, but I will ask her. Because it's so funny is that my books, my Full Metal Superhero books, actually got a big start from Lindsay Baroker because I targeted her audience, and she writes fantasy romance, which is not exactly romance, but it's they share a lot of stuff, and she in game over there we go. She was really super helpful for me when I first starting out. So the so a lot of my original books all have if you go, there used to be that website you could go to where you could see how people found your books and what books they were reading along with your books. And almost all of them all my readers at the time came from her Dragon's Blood series or whatever. But sure, seriously though, I mean, if you do need an author interview, I would love to do it. I love interviews. But yeah, I'll ask Wendy if she wants to be interviewed. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I don't know how prevalent she is in the author community. I know she makes a lot. I mean, she makes more than I do. So she's successful enough. Okay, I think I got the hotkey right. Control Shift Slash. Okay, toggle in game overlay. Control Shift Slash. There we go. Perfect. I just need to move it a little bit. See, now here I am messing with something when I should be working. But I like the idea of being able to see people. Oops. Well, I like the idea of being able to see the chat while I work instead of have somebody coming in and wanting to talk to me or whatever, and then not being able to. Oh, hey, yeah, absolutely. I love that. I again love interviews. I've almost got this right. This is good. I am doing a lot of practice for my toggle positioning mode for my Writestream, so having all this down is really going to be helpful come Tuesday when I have to do it for real. Control Shift Slash. Perfect. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, writer groups like that are the best. There's nothing like a community of people who are all trying to achieve your goals to help you out. When I first started, I joined a community of about 100 authors who were all like really focused and dedicated on success, which is what I am. And I always look at authors who are more successful than me, and not to compare myself to them, but to say, okay, they're doing what they're doing. Now, I can't do the exact same thing they do, because some of them are romance authors, and some of them are urban fantasy authors, and some of them were, sci-fi authors, bigger sci-fi authors than I was. But I looked at how they were doing it, and that's what I tried to mimic. And one of the big ones was the hard work, of course. Being a successful author is really easy, actually. You see, you just have to work harder than you've ever worked in your life. And you have to be willing to do whatever it takes with your writing and your goals in order to succeed. See, simple. There's this old adage of dress for the job you want. Well, I hung out with the authors I wanted to be like. People like Chris Fox and Lindsay Brooker, obviously, to name a few. But there have been a lot of people who have helped me along the way. Denzel Washington said this great thing about, because everybody always says it's all luck, right? It's all based on luck. Whether you succeed is luck. Whether you succeed as an actor, whether you succeed as a writer, or whatever, it's all luck. And there's some truth to that. I mean, no one's going to deny that there's not luck involved. But Denzel Washington has this great thing that he says, where he says, hard work gets you to the place where luck takes over. And it really is true. And then success builds on success. The more successful you are, the more opportunities for success you have. I can't talk about the exact project I have, but that in August they'll really announce. But it's super awesome and lucrative and really, really amazing. But I only got it because I worked so hard with my arsenal and my Superhero by Night books. Luck is a 4-letter word for work. Z, I like you. Too many people, and then of course there's a lot of nuance to it too. I'm not saying solely working hard solely will make you the best author ever who is super successful. But hard work kind of covers a lot of things, and I can't tell everybody everything about what they need to do to be successful because it's so different from author to author. But if you have a success mindset and your goal is success, and then you break that goal of success down into little things, like what does it look like to be a successful author? Well, a successful author sells books. Okay, what's it look like to sell books? How many books do you have to sell to be successful? I think I've sold a total of 50,000 books between my Full Metal Superhero books and my Superhero by Night books, along with a handful of like novellas and like my one military sci-fi book, Intruder. And that's not even counting the urban fantasy I wrote under a pen name when I first started working. So to me, that's success. I'm successful. I am a successful author, and whenever I release a book, I make money. The fact that I haven't released a book since January of last year, and I'm still making money every month, is very telling. So and since I don't use ads, I can't say, excuse me, I can't say, well, I run ads and that's why I make money. I don't run ads. I don't believe in ads. Ads work for a lot of people. They don't work for me. I say I don't believe in ads like it's a myth or something. Lots of people make money with ads. It's just the ads aren't for me. I want to make money without ads, and then if this thing takes off really big, I'll throw money at it for ads. But now where was I going with this? But yeah, so hard work it's not just like, oh, I get up every morning and I write and I'm not successful yet. What's going on? Well, okay. Are your books selling? If they're selling, who are they selling to? Are you writing to them? Are you writing sequels? Have you written more than one book? Have you written a trilogy? Have you written more than one trilogy? And it's sort of that self-evaluation I do at the end of every book to make sure that I'm still going on the right track. And that's part of hard work, is evaluating where you are constantly and how you're doing versus where you want to be doing. Oh, that's awesome, Z. Yeah. I mean, if you write 1,000 words a day every day for 365 days, that's a lot of words. It's 400, almost 400,000 words. And I don't know how long your books are, but if I was writing my superhero books, that would be like 8 superhero novels. And I think contemporary romance is what, 70,000 or so? So I mean, that's a lot of books. That's fantastic. Small, achievable goals will get you very far. When you can, shoot me an email at Jeffrey H. or no, not Jeffrey H. Haskell. Jeffrey.haskell@gmail.com, or on Facebook, or leave a message here on YouTube, and I will get with you and we'll make the interview happen. Well, that's amazing. Right on, you can do it. You totally can do it. I hear a bunch of creaking. I'm wondering if my 5-year-old's up. We live in an old house, and so it creaks every time. Oh, awesome. Okay, yeah. I send out newsletters. I try to send out newsletter twice a month, but sometimes it's only once a month. But of course, the streaming is a new thing, so I'm doing that often. Hopefully, you can join me on February 2nd, on Tuesday, for a little bit of time. Oh, and if you can share that with your group too, that'd be great. I'd love to have as many people. Yes, I know. Right, I was just thinking the same thing. All right, back to writing. This is my problem with streaming, is that I'm an extrovert and I love to talk. So, okay, focus. Oh, February 2nd is my crash and burn day, starting at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to write a book in 24 hours. Wraith 5, 2,000 words an hour for 24 hours. Crazy, huh? The let's see here. I'll get you a infographic you can share with your group if you want. If it'll let me. Z, are you on Facebook? There you are, I think. There's no pictures. I don't know if that's you or not. Okay, so my 5-year-old is up. Shoot me an email or hit me up on Facebook, Z, and I'll get you that infographic and you can share it with your group. All right, I got to roll. You keep writing, though. Get your 1,000 words or more down, and I'll look forward to seeing your book. Make sure you let me know when it's coming out, and I'll talk to my neighbor, and we'll see if we can get you some good swaps, too, because I know a bunch of awesome writers in the... okay, cool. I know a bunch of awesome authors in the romance genre, so that are amazing and would happily share your books. All right, I gotta check out. Y'all have a great day, Z. It was wonderful talking to you. And the don't forget February 2nd. Check me out on YouTube right here. I'll be doing my 24-hour write stream, and yeah, I'll be good to go. Awesome, everybody! Don't forget to like, share, and